welcome to the Boss Moves broadcast, where bold entrepreneurs share goals in 20 minutes or less. I am your host, Erica the Design Diva. Of course, I always help you pop up paper and shine a line, but it's not about me today. We have a special guest in the house, and I'm so excited to have her bring us some clarity on something that a lot of people that can intimidate a lot of people, entrepreneurs that have been showing up in business, but sometimes they just get a little scared about this one little topic she'll be talking about today. So I want to welcome our very special guest, Miss Dreya Pagan. Okay, I'm calling her Dreya, okay, because we know each other for real. So Dreya is a single mom. You looking, Dreya? You looking? You single and looking? You sitting ready to mingle? Okay,
I don't know if I'm ready to mingle or not.
We'll talk about it. Oh, that'll be another episode. But she is an entrepreneur. She's a confidence influencer, and she is a content creator, and not just a content creator. She is out there really doing her thing for real. She teaches women resilience, confidence, and how to level up their brain through live selling. So remember I said this intimidates a lot of people. A lot of people are afraid to go live, afraid to be on camera. But as you can see, we're here for it. She's going to be talking about elevating your brand with live selling. But first, we want to ask you a couple of questions. Tell us who your ideal client is when you are selling live and when you're helping women help people show up.
My ideal client is normally women starting up a business who is trying to get out into the live atmosphere and market themselves. And also, I tend to work with network marketers on a higher scale who are doing well in their business, but are scared of live or have fear of going live or just unsure how to start.
And that's awesome again, because a lot of people get stuck there. They're just, that really could open their business, someone help them go to the next level.
Exactly. And especially when they're doing traditional selling or on the phone calling their clients constantly, when you can set up your platform to be presented and present your business in front of thousands, millions of people.
Exactly. It's definitely important to help to leverage the tools of live selling and live streaming for your business. Okay. So one more question before we get to the real good treasures. Okay. So I just want to ask you, what's one recent business win that you are proud of? Anything that you're proud of? And when I say recent is whatever.
One recent business I'm proud of. I'm actually launching a new brand. With utilizing live selling. So I'm going to be launching new products of my own that I am creating. So that's definitely a win for me. I took some time off of live working on my content and just working on myself. And instead of going back to I have another business.
Also, serial entrepreneur.
I have another business, but instead of relaunching those products in the network marketing setting or multi-level marketing setting, I decided to launch my very own brand of products. So I am working on that and creating my products so that I can launch my new live selling brand.
That's awesome. So you use your experience from the network marketing to now set yourself up with your own products.
Correct.
That's what I'm talking
and
about.
Instead of training my team, I've decided to teach all women instead of just teaching your team to grow within your network marketing business. You can teach everybody. Anybody can sell on live. You have the confidence to show up.
Absolutely. So you have some tips for going on live and selling live, right? Okay, so we're ready.
I do.
Take it away.
So I'm going to give you a few tips and steps to elevating your brand on live selling and showing up. Showing up is the first step to elevating your brand on live selling. A lot of people get fearful of being live, but in all actuality, you're really sitting in your room by yourself talking to your camera while the other people are in the comments. So it's not really that scary, and I always recommend that people start recording themselves just to get comfortable with being on the camera. The rest will come along, and you'll have to learn how to read the comments, but you want to create a foundation. You want to make sure that you have clear background. You want to have a professional setup. You don't need to start like some people with the extravagant background or cube settings. You can start with a setting just like this. And your product in front of you. And Start from there. Consistency. Consistency is so important because if you really want to elevate your brand and grow on live, you need to be consistent. You need to set a schedule and you need to have your days just like a job that you are going to go live. So you can start with 1 day a week. Let's say you're going to go live every single Friday. Make sure that you announce that every single week or have it posted somewhere on your platform so that your supporters know that you're going to be live at this time on this day. And after time of being consistent, people will just know that you're going to be there. It's like their favorite show. And that's the point that you want to get to. So it's so important to have that consistency and show up on the days that you schedule that you're going to show up. I mean, we know that life happens, but you want to show up. Another quick tip is setting up a live launch party. If you are just starting off with live, you want to not give it all away. Set up a launch party and make it extravagant. Post little sneak peeks about it. Post the date, post the time, and set up your launch because your launch is going to invite people in and it's going to leave curiosity. What is she doing? What does she have? You want to know. So they're going to want to come to your launch party, and that's really going to open the door. That's really going to open the door for you to gain supporters from your very first launch. Let's keep going, y'all.
I know it's easy to get comfortable.
It is, and it's just so much, but it's not. It seems like so much, but it's really not a lot. Once you set up, you're your brand. You want to be personality. You're basically creating your show. This is your show that you're creating. So you want to come with energy. You want to come with confidence and bring your products. I get it. When you first go on live, you're not going to have a whole bunch of viewers, and that's perfectly fine. It's okay. That's going to give you time to get comfortable on live, and it's also going to give you time to figure things out as you grow, because you're not going to know what to talk about, but it's okay. Write your life stories or stories that you're okay sharing with the world or different things that inspire you, and write them down and tape it to your tripod. That's going to keep you on cue to have conversation and keep conversation when nobody is in the room, because you want to make sure you're continually speaking, telling your story, whatever it is you want to be speaking. You don't want to be sitting there. I don't know if you ever went on a live and you popped in and like, oh, what's she doing? And they're just sitting there like this.
Right.
So you definitely want to make sure that you're talking about something. It could be anything. This is why I say write down stories or experiences that you've been through, positive stories or experiences that you've been through that you're willing to share with the world. Tape it to your tripod in front of you and go from there. When you get off topic, have some sips there so that you'll have something to talk about as you show your products. If nobody's in the room, just keep showing them. At least go on for 30 minutes, minimum 30 minutes. And platforms that do not save the replay or the recording, I'm not going to say recording because all the platforms do save the recording. They do not all show the replay. But you have access to go back, download that recording, and utilize that recording as content. You want to make sure that you're also sharing out your live 2 to 3 days after the live so that you can keep it in circulation to be seen. I thought that was a real good one.
Listen, okay, listen. So I know I was over here typing, but I was over here taking notes because listen, you definitely dropped some nuggets on some things that are definitely important for people to know before they go live and then even after. So yeah, you covered everything. Listen, y'all ready now? Okay, that was your boot camp. You ready?
Exactly. And this is just the basics to getting started. Like once you get started, it's like a whole in-depth another universe. Like honestly, having like proper payment processing system. There's so many that you can start with that are free, or you can start at a basic level that will make sure that you're getting paid while you're live. Because nobody, this is not 2000 and, 2013. We're not chasing nobody for invoices no more. You pay on the live, and that is the best way to go. So you want to make sure you do have a reliable payment processing system, and there's so many, and even those that you can start for free. That the design diva over here, I know she know. But either way, I do offer coaching on live selling and also women empowerment. So you can contact me as well if you're interested in touch the mic. But you can contact me as well if you are interested in further training on content creating, elevating your brand with live selling, and overall women empowerment, just building confidence to be able to achieve your goals.
Absolutely. I know one of the questions that I wrote down was how long will you be on live? And you already answered it. You said 30 minutes or less if you are doing selling.
A minimum of 30
A minimum of 30 minutes or more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's actually a good time frame because it gives you time to get set up, get going, right? Give people time to come in. And then because sometimes people cannot stay on the whole time. But they might come in, buy a couple things, then keep it moving, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely a good point to set that standard of how long you need to be live. And of course, you don't have to do a marathon. You know, it's not one of the. I'm showing my age, but they used to got the telethons on TV where they would be 24 hours. There would be 24-hour telethons, and people would just be called in for 24 hours. Like, we ain't got to do that, right?
Exactly. So the platforms you normally take anywhere from 60 to 120 minutes to start pushing out your video to other people. Now, each platform does work differently.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have a training session, we can talk about how each platform works differently, which platform may be best for your brand, as I do work through multiple platforms.
Yes. So I know one of the other things that you said, this is what a lot of people miss is that sometimes people just sit there and they are not engaging with the audience. It's easy to kind of forget that there is an audience there if you're alone with them. But you said personality, energy, and confidence. I type those things down. I'm like, that's good, you know, because you definitely want it to be your own for personality. The energy, if you come on and you don't have, you set the tone for what people, you know, for your audience. And I know, I would just say, like, for me, I know that I was always taught, like, as I speak on platforms or public speaking, they're always like, you set the tone, even if it's a meeting, even if you had a long date or something, you can still come in and set your energy. I have a playlist. That's what I do. I get myself hyped before anything, like, you know, just get ready. So even if you had a challenging day, you got some stuff going on, you can still believe this right energy to your audience, and that helps with your confidence as well. So
it does. I do the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. I pump up the music and I start getting myself together. I start getting myself together before I go live. I make sure I have my station prepped, all the products that I want to sell for that show, and I make sure that I have a budget. If I want to make $150, my goal is to make $150 in that live, then I'm going to make sure that I have the products that I want to sell and everything broken down. I'm not going to just freestyle, like, okay, I'm going to make $150 a day and I got a whole rack full of different stuff. I'm going to make sure that I pull a certain amount of products, probably about $200 worth, because not everybody's going to want certain things. So you're going to want to have a little bit of a variety. But make sure that you have your goals set as well, and what you're planning to sell, you know, whatever it is that you're selling, the products. Oh, personality. Be yourself. When I first started, I used to try to be like those YouTubers because I actually came from YouTube. I used to do thrifting hauls. That's another story for another day. But when I did start live selling, I used to try to be like YouTubers. I used to feel like I had to look a certain way, talk myself. But once I started being myself, my true, authentic self, I gained a lot of my supporters, and that's when my business and my life really started to elevate. In real life, don't let fear stop them from showing up. Don't allow fear to stop you from showing up because you feel a little nervous or you feel like somebody's going to judge you. Who cares what they think? This is your show. You're showing up and you are the star of this show. Social media, no matter if you're a content creator or influencer, you're going to have negative people that stream in. But if you build your supporting system properly, you show up professionally and with confidence, you won't have that many. It's going to happen regardless, but you won't have that many. And it will be something that you'll get used to as you grow or in your journey.
And I think, by making your goals of your income, that helps, to ignore the people, the negativity, right?
Exactly. When you're making money and you're not thinking about them saying, oh, your hair don't look good today or whatever they say, because sometimes people just say stuff to say stuff. I just block them right away. When I see it, it'll delete the comment and keep it moving. You don't need to go back and forth to the grown internet.
Absolutely. This has definitely been something that has been amazing. I but this is going to be helpful for a lot of people, who are just trying to get past that first step of, just being afraid to even show up. So I love that was the fire tip you gave. Just show up no matter where you are. And I'm a we were talking before, and that was one of the things you said. Like, don't let it stop you from showing up. Like, fear is going to be there, but you leaving money on the table because you get scared. What they say, scared money don't make no money.
Okay.
Right? So yes, I speak properly and everything, but
my dad used to tell me from a little girl, he's like, you act like you're embarrassed, you scared to make money.
Exactly. So this definitely was something that was fire. And I definitely would love to do a training session for, like obviously now I know you already have your stuff coming up, so whoever I can send your way, or we can collaborate on something so we can, make sure we get people to get their questions answered.
And as I'm working on the other thing, I've actually been doing one-on-one sessions for the time being. I feel like the one-on-one sessions are more impactful because it's just us instead of group setting. Like I do group settings as well, but the one-on-one sessions I feel like are way more impactful because we're able to really go over your business, your niche, and where you're headed and how you get started.
Exactly. So I definitely thank you for being a guest today. Listen, we want to. You do have something special for the audience, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell them about it? We're gonna put it on the screen too. We'll put it in the comments.
Oh, okay, because I have it here too. But yes, I am going to be offering everybody from the audience that tuned in today for the Boss Room. I'm going to be offering you all my ebook, absolutely complimentary, How to Elevate Your Brand Utilizing Live Selling. So she's going to put it on the screen, but you will all receive the code to be able to access my ebook completely free for you all today. And I hope that it helps you. It definitely has a lot of tips, nuggets, and it also goes over the different platforms as well.
And that's awesome. I always tell the audience to take advantage of these resources. These are skills and resources that our guests are great and offering at no cost or low cost for you. So make sure you're taking advantage of that. Because listen, you have to use every resource of every connection that you have. So this is one that you definitely do not want to sleep on. Again, I just want to thank you for joining us today, Dreya. You can get in contact with her. We'll put her contact information in the comments. And I just want to let you know that if you want to sit in her seat, right, you can't put you off the way. But if you want to sit in her seat and be a guest on Boss Moves broadcast because you have something valuable that you can share with our audience, definitely reach out to me. use my link tree and you'll see Boston's broadcast there. And you can apply to be a guest. Yes, you have to be applied. So we have to apply because I have to make sure that you are bringing the fire and Greg to bring book this needs to be brought in. Okay. And also, if you want to just connect us and keep up with what we were talking about and make sure that you don't miss out on any episodes, you can connect with the next thing. Okay. So until next time, this has been Boston's broadcast with our special guest, Ms. Dreya Pagan. Dreya Pagan. And then I'm your host, Erica TL, the design diva. Make sure that you always remember that you don't choose what happens in your life, but you do choose how you respond and react to everything. Until next time, Boston's broadcast.